Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS FANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNS FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been paying attention to the NFL landscape lately, you know that the Cleveland Browns are at a pivotal crossroads. The quarterback situation, which has been a bit of a roller coaster ride this season, is drawing even more attention now after the recent game against the Baltimore Ravens. It's no secret that Cleveland has high aspirations, especially with the talent they've assembled on both sides of the ball, but right now, their quarterback position is under a microscope. And let me tell you, what's happening behind the scenes and in the games could really reshape the team's trajectory in the AFC North and beyond. So, let's break this down. On paper, Joe Flacco is technically the starting quarterback for Cleveland, but the recent game really threw a curveball. Flacco, who's a seasoned veteran with a lot of experience under his belt, was sidelined during the game in Baltimore. Why? Well, head coach Kevin Stefanski decided to sit him down after what can only be described as a tough outing. And that's where things get interesting. Because stepping in was rookie Dillon Gabriel, who, despite limited action, showed a lot of promise. In just his brief appearance during the fourth quarter, Gabriel went 3 for 3 for 19 yards, and more importantly, he threw a touchdown. That's right, a touchdown in his first real NFL action in the regular season. It might have been garbage time, but it was enough to get Browns fans thinking, could this guy be the future? Now, it's worth noting that after the game, Stefanski made it clear that as of now, Joe Flacco remains the starter. No plans to change that right away. But here's where the whispers start to grow louder. An insider from Cleveland, Tony Rizzo, dropped a pretty significant hint about the future. Rizzo believes that the switch to Gabriel could happen as soon as Week 3, specifically in the upcoming game against the Green Bay Packers. That's a bold prediction, and it certainly gets Browns fans talking. Rizzo said that if Cleveland finds themselves getting blown out by halftime, say, trailing 10-0 or 14-3, Stefanski might have no choice but to make the switch. And honestly, that's not out of the realm of possibility. Because let's face it, the Browns' offense has struggled at times this season. Flacco, while experienced, has shown some limitations, and if the team's offensive production remains stagnant, the coaching staff might feel compelled to see what Gabriel can do under real pressure. And if that happens, fans will be eager to see how that impacts not just the game but the entire quarterback hierarchy moving forward. Would Flacco remain the backup? Or could someone like Shedeur Sanders, the promising rookie, find himself moving up the depth chart? That's another intriguing aspect. Cleveland needs to find their quarterback of the future, and the only way to do that is by giving both rookies a real shot this season. Now, let's take a step back and analyze the broader context. The Browns have been building for a Super Bowl run for years now. They possess a talented roster, with stars on defense and a solid offensive line, but the quarterback position has always been the lingering question mark. This season, they brought in Flacco, expecting veteran leadership. But the reality is that Flacco's age and recent performances might not be enough to carry the team deep into the playoffs. That's why the potential emergence of Dillon Gabriel or Shedeur Sanders is so critical. If either of these young quarterbacks shows they can lead the offense effectively, it could change everything for Cleveland. And speaking of the season, the Browns' current campaign is a mix of promise and concern. After their recent defeat, there's a sense that they need to find consistency on offense. The defense has been solid, as always, but the offense needs a spark that could come from an unexpected quarterback change. Remember, Cleveland has 2 first-round picks coming in 2026, which shows they're planning for the long term. But that long-term plan can accelerate if they find a quarterback who can lead the team to consistent victories now. It's a delicate balance between developing talent and winning now, and that's what makes the quarterback decision so crucial. Now, let's talk about Dillon Gabriel a bit more. Despite limited snaps, what he showed in that game was a lot of promise. His accuracy, decision-making, and calmness under pressure were notable. It's exactly what the Browns need, a young quarterback with potential to develop, someone who can grow with the team and maybe be their franchise guy in the future. The fact that he managed to connect for a touchdown in his first NFL action is more than just a good story. It's a sign that he has the potential to be more than just a backup. And then there's Shedeur Sanders, another rookie who's been turning heads in Cleveland. While he's still climbing the depth chart, his athleticism and football IQ are impressive. The Browns' coaching staff will have a tough decision to make if Flacco's struggles continue, because Sanders could very well be the quarterback of the future. The team needs to weigh the benefits of starting Gabriel now versus giving Sanders more time to develop, especially since both are young and need game reps to grow. But at the end of the day, the biggest story here is how Cleveland is handling this transition period. The NFL is all about timing, and sometimes a change at the right moment can be the difference between a playoff run and an early exit. If Stefanski decides to bench Flacco early, it could be a gamble, but one that might pay off if Gabriel or Sanders prove they're ready. The coaching staff is undoubtedly aware of the stakes, and their decision in the coming weeks could shape the franchise's direction for years to come. Now, let's look at some of the statistical backing for this. The Browns' offense has been inconsistent, ranking somewhere around the middle of the league in total yards, but struggling to convert in critical moments. Flacco's completion percentage has been hovering around 60%, with a few turnovers that have hurt their drives. Meanwhile, Gabriel in his brief appearance displayed poise, and if he gets more opportunities, could bring a different dynamic to the offense, one that emphasizes mobility and quick decision-making. Sanders, on the other hand, offers a more athletic, improvisational style that could surprise defenses if given the chance. This season is shaping up to be one of the most interesting in recent Browns history. They have the talent, and now it's about finding the right leader to guide them through the AFC North and into the postseason. The division itself is highly competitive, with teams like the Ravens, Bengals, and Steelers all vying for supremacy. Cleveland's ability to adapt quickly and make the right quarterback decision could elevate them from a good team to a legit contender. The pressure is mounting, but so is the opportunity. As we look ahead to the upcoming games, all eyes will be on the Browns, coaching staff, and their decision-making process. Will they stick with Flacco until the team hits a rough patch, or will they take a more aggressive approach and make a change sooner rather than later? If they do, the implications are huge. It could set a new tone for the season and possibly ignite a new wave of confidence within the locker room. Players like Myles Garrett, who has been dominant on defense, are eager to see who will be leading the offense as they push for a playoff spot. And let's not forget the fans. Browns fans are some of the most dedicated in the league. They've been waiting patiently for a franchise quarterback who can bring them back to the promised land. This season might be the season they finally see that hope materialize, whether it's Gabriel stepping in sooner or Sanders making a splash. The energy in Cleveland is palpable, and every game is a new chapter in this ongoing story. In conclusion, the quarterback situation for the Cleveland Browns remains one of the most talked about topics in the NFL right now. The recent game against the Ravens has only intensified the debate about whether Flacco should hold onto the starting role or if a change is imminent. The predictions from insiders like Tony Rizzo suggest that we could see a quarterback switch as early as Week 3, especially if the offense continues to struggle. Browns fans should stay tuned because this storyline is far from over. The team's decision in the coming weeks could very well shape their postseason fate and perhaps even their long-term future at the quarterback position. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you believe Flacco can turn things around, or do you think the team should give Gabriel or Sanders a shot sooner rather than later? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cleveland Browns. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news. We're in this together, and the best is yet to come.